Good morning, children. Today we are going to see 6th English Unit 1. Children, in this video we are going to revise the supplementary Owlie. Children, Owlie is nothing but owls. Owls are known as birds of prey. Owls has sharp beak and claws and uses to hunt food. The color of owl feathers tend to be tan, brown, grey and white. Owls has large eyes that face forward as do your eyes. The wings are long and broad and tails are usually short. Children, now let's see about the author. The author of the story is Vijaya Ghosh. This is the picture of Vijaya Ghosh. Vijaya Ghosh was born in Andhra Pradesh at the height of the independence movement. Vijaya Ghosh is a teacher, writer and animal lover. Children, do you like birds? Which bird do you have as a pet? Let's see the story. Characters. Children, in this story we have three main characters. Payal, Payal's mother, Sifali Didi. Mom, Owlie is gone. Where would she have gone, Payal? The door to the garden is open. Dear children, now you are all thinking that what was an owl doing in the house? Children, Payal's house was a home to all kinds of creatures, mainly abandoned animals. What is abandoned animals? Abandoned animals is nothing but animal can be left alone in the street. It's called abandoned animals. Payal's mother was a kind-hearted. It was not that they had a large farm or even a large house. But everyone knew that Payal's mom had a big heart. One day, Shifali Didi had brought a cotton. Payal's mom opened the cotton. Dear children, can you guess what was in the cotton? Children, inside the cotton there was a small owlet. The color of owlet was brown and grey. Payal's mom picked her carefully and placed her in her lap, and she was talking to her just as she would do to the dog. She had never handled owls before, so she was very careful. Then Payal's mother placed her inside a cage. The baby owl clumped on the rod and settled herself comfortably. Payal asked, "What shall we call her, Mom?" "You choose a name, Payal," said her mother with smiling. "How about Owlie?" asked Payal. So Owlie it was the name. But there was a bigger problem. What does one feed an owl? Owls are hunters. They eat rats and snakes and frogs. But Payal's house, all are vegetarian, even the dogs also. Payal's mother was totally anti-meat. But now that Owlie had come to stay, so it was the first day that meat was brought to the house. Payal got the number from her friend and called the meat shop to ask them to deliver half a kilogram of miced meat to the house. As Owlie was a baby, so he did not know to eat. Mom decided to mash the meat until it was soft and forced the food into Owlie's mouth. In a second, Owlie fell down on the floor. Payal cried, "You have killed her, Mom." "Mom, oh, what I have done." After Payal and her mother had crying and hugging each other, suddenly Owlie opened one eye and then other and got onto her feet. Payal learned later that falling on her back and pretending to be dead was Owlie's way of defending herself against danger. After Payal and her mother was happy. So that was Owlie's first day at home. In the beginning, Owlie had to be forced to eat. But Owlie soon realized that if a hand came towards her, it meant food. Her mouth would open automatically. Owlie would try to take a bit out of any hand that came her way. This meant lots of bitten fingers for Payal and her mother. Payal and Payal's mom started reading a lot about owls and their habits. Payal discovered that Owlie was a spotted owlet. She had the typical grey-brown coat, heavily spotted with white, the pale face and yellow eyes. Soon Payal took over the job of looking after Owlie. She saw that the cage was cleaned every day. She filled the water bowl. Once Owlie began to eat by herself, Payal too could feed her. During the day, Payal kept the cage covered because owls are night birds. So they slept during the day because at night owls are active. Payal decided to let Owlie fly when she was bigger. To train her to fly, they had to keep Owlie in closed room. So they chose the library with two doors. One door led to the rest of the house and another into the garden. It is a lovely room. Payal used to read all kinds of books in her favorite library room. The bookshelf also displayed beautiful wooden and clay animals, potteries and dolls all around the world. Finally, Owlie was moved to the library. Strict rules were laid down for everyone in the house. The two doors were never to be left open. Not at night, not in the day. This is the first rule. The second rule, Payal would leave the cage door open, put a plate of miced meat on top of the cage. This is the second rule. Owlie was flying around in night and returning back to the cage in the morning to sleep. After some days, Payal left the cage door open as Owlie was sleeping during day. But one day when Payal returned, the cage was empty and the garden door was left open. Payal panicked and called her mom. They could not find Owlie. So tears ran down Payal's cheeks. They had wanted Owlie to fly away, but not so soon. Payal was very upset and was looking sadly. Payal's mom advised Payal to read a book to cheer herself. Payal started looking for a book to read and was looking sadly at the cage. Suddenly, she noticed an unusual object on the shelf. Payal was happy to find out that it was Owlie. Payal picked her up and put her back in her cage. Finally, Payal was so happy. Children, now we came to an end of the story. Children, now let us see glossary. First one, panic, fear. Second one, cage, a structure of bars. Third one, creatures, anything living. Fourth one, abandoned, left. Fifth one, cotton, a small light box. Sixth one, handle, manage. Seventh one, hunter, a person or animal that hunt. Eighth one, miced meat, cut up meat into very small. Children, it's time for question. Once again you can go through the story and answer for these questions. Identify the character and speaker. First one, Owlie is gone. Second one, the door to the garden is open. Third one, what shall we call her? Activity. First one, Payal and her mother found of dash. Second one, as Owlie was a baby, it did not know to dash. Third one day Shefali Didi had brought a dash. Fourth one, Owlie fell down on the dash of the cage. Fifth one, owls were dash birds. Sixth one, Payal panicked because dash. Seventh one, Payal read a book to dash herself. Eighth one, Payal was happy to find out that it was dash. Ninth one, where did they keep Owlie? Tenth one, who is the author of the story? Birds and animals, floor, cotton, eat, night, Owlie, chair, library, of the cage was empty. Vijaya Ghosh. Choose the correct answer. Thank you.